Manchester City Football Club is one of the most successful and popular football clubs in the world, known for its attacking style of play and impressive roster of star players. Their current squad boasts names such as Kevin De Bruyne, who is widely regarded as one of the best midfielders in the world, Erling Haaland, who is the current leading goal scorer in the Premier League, and Julian Alvarez, who has been a key player for Argentina's national team in their recent World Cup victory. The team is coached by the legendary Spanish manager, Pep Guardiola, who is widely considered to be one of the best football managers of all time. Under Guardiola's guidance, Manchester City has won numerous titles, including Premier League titles and an FA Cup. However, all this glory could come to an end very soon because of something that we all never thought could happen. Is the end near for Pep Guardiola and this star-studded Man City team? Let's discuss the topic that's been making headlines in the football world: the potential financial fair play charges against Manchester City, and what would happen to the club if they really did what the Premier League said they did. Let's start with the basics. For those who may not be aware, financial fair play, or FFP, is a set of rules implemented by UEFA and individual leagues like the Premier League and La Liga to prevent clubs from spending beyond their means, and to ensure a level playing field in European competitions and respective league competitions. Manchester City is currently under investigation for alleged violations of these rules by the Premier League, and if found guilty, they could face serious consequences. When talking about Manchester City and financial fair play, it's interesting to look at the history as well. The charges against Manchester City FC are a result of a comprehensive investigation launched by the Premier League into the club's financial activities. The investigation was sparked by the release of confidential information obtained by the German publication Der Spiegel, which was part of a large collection of documents known as football leaks. The investigation revealed a potential breach of financial fair play regulations, leading the European governing body, UEFA, to impose a 2-year ban on the club from participating in the Champions League. This decision was met with strong opposition from Manchester City, who sought to challenge the ban through the Court of Arbitration for Sport, which is also called the CAS. After a thorough review of the case, CAS overturned the ban but imposed a fine on the club. The initial fine of €30 million was reduced to €10 million by CAS, who found that while the club had violated certain financial regulations, the breach was not severe enough to warrant a ban from participating in the Champions League. Hence, the current charges against Manchester City stem from a long-standing investigation into the club's financial dealings, which revealed a potential violation of financial fair play regulations. Now the charges against Manchester City are related to their alleged failure to provide accurate financial information and to follow regulations set by the Premier League. The club has been charged with not providing an accurate and fair view of its financial position, including details of club revenue, sponsorship income, and operating costs. The charges also include alleged breaches regarding the disclosure of manager and player remuneration during specific periods. UEFA's financial fair play regulations were allegedly violated from the 2013-14 season to 2017-18 season, while the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules were breached from 2015-16 season to 2017-18 season. The Premier League has stated that Manchester City broke these rules, which could lead to severe consequences for the club. So, what would happen to Manchester City if they were charged for financial fair play? In summary, first, they could face severe fines or penalties, which could significantly impact their finances. This could limit their ability to sign new players, invest in the club's infrastructure, and even force them to sell some of their current players. Second, Manchester City could also face a ban from participating in European competitions such as the Champions League. This would not only be a massive blow to the club's prestige, but would also mean they would miss out on a significant source of revenue. Last, the charges and potential consequences could hurt the club's reputation and image. Sponsors and fans could become wary of supporting a club that has been accused of breaking the rules, and this could have a long-lasting impact on the club's financial health. Let's take a deeper look at these implications. Number 1. Expulsion from the Premier League. Yeah, you heard it right. It would mean that the club would no longer be able to compete in the top tier of English football, which is the most competitive and watched league in the world. The club would lose its status as one of the top teams in the country, and would no longer be able to participate in some of the biggest and most high-profile matches of the season. The loss of this prestige would also have financial implications for the club. The Premier League generates significant revenue through broadcasting deals, sponsorship, and ticket sales, and by being excluded from the league, Manchester City would lose out on this income. This in turn would affect the club's ability to invest in new players, infrastructure, and other aspects of the business, which could have a long-term impact on the club's success. Furthermore, expulsion from the Premier League would also impact the club's current and former players. Many top players only want to play in the top leagues. Without the prestige of the Premier League, the club could struggle to attract and retain top talent. Additionally, current players may have to look for new clubs if they want to continue playing at the highest level, which would cause uncertainty and disruption for the team. Number 2. Point deductions. Yeah, things could get this bad. Even though there is no total clarity, a point deduction could affect the current season or previous seasons. If it's the current season, a point deduction would impact the club's current second position in the league table. The Premier League is a highly competitive league, and even a small deduction of points could have a significant impact on a team's final position, as you may imagine. Remember what happened to Juventus after a points deduction? Number 3. Getting stripped of previous titles. A point deduction as a result of financial fair play violations could also potentially affect Manchester City's previous Premier League titles. This could mean Jose Mourinho and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer winning Premier League titles with Manchester United in 2018 and 2021. However, according to football pundits and analysts, this is highly unlikely. Gabriel Marcotti from ESPN FC said, "I just thought it was kind of important that the team that won the Premier League in 4 last 5 years is not be hit by this absolutely massive charge." Further, Kaveh Soldikol from Sky Sports Premier League said, "I think my sense is that there's always been a feeling in football that you don't really want to go back and change Premier League or any league tables from the past, because that leads to a lot of confusion, and basically it's meaningless." Regardless of the speculations, if this was to happen, it would be a significant blow to the club's history and reputation, and the players and staff who worked hard to earn those titles would see their efforts effectively erased. The club's status as a top English club would also be called into question, as their past successes would no longer be recognized. Just imagine Pep Guardiola losing all the Premier League titles he won with City. Number 4. Transfer bans. Transfer bans are nothing new in the football world. Heavyweights like Barcelona and Real Madrid have been through it. In 2014, Barcelona was banned from signing players for 2 transfer windows due to breaching FIFA's rules on the transfer of minors. In 2016, Real Madrid got a 2-window transfer ban for violating rules regarding the signing of foreign minors. A transfer ban would mean that Manchester City would not be able to bring in new players, either through transfer deals or loan arrangements. This would limit the club's ability to replace injured players, leave the club, or retire. Additionally, it would prevent the club from making improvements to the squad, such as bringing in new talent to fill positions that need strengthening. It would be a significant blow to the club's ability to strengthen its squad and improve its chances on the pitch. The lack of new players would put additional pressure on the existing squad, which would have to perform at a high level without the support of new talent. This could lead to increased fatigue, injuries, and burnout, impacting the club's overall performance and competitiveness. In addition to the on-pitch implications, a transfer ban could have financial consequences for the club. In modern football, transfer deals are a significant source of revenue for clubs, and being prevented from participating in these deals could significantly impact Manchester City's financial stability. Number 5. Spending limits. Spending limits would mean that the club would be restricted in how much it can spend on transfers, salaries, and other costs, such as facilities, training grounds, and infrastructure. This could limit the club's ability to attract top talent, both on and off the pitch, which could impact its competitiveness. Further, in modern football, player salaries are a significant part of club budgets, and without the ability to offer competitive salaries, Manchester City could struggle to keep its best players. This could lead to an exodus of talent, further limiting the club's competitiveness. Finally, spending limits could also have financial implications for the club. Manchester City would be forced to operate with a reduced budget, which could impact its ability to generate revenue and maintain its financial stability. This could lead to a decline in the club's overall financial position, which could have far-reaching implications for its future success.
A monstrous mentality who just doesn't stop.
It's important to note that Manchester City has denied any wrongdoing and has expressed confidence that it will be exonerated. However, the outcome of the investigation remains to be seen, and it will be interesting to see how this all plays out. Thanks for watching, and as always, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below.